What is happening? What is up, ladies and gentlemen? NFL Sunday, Wildcard weekend. It's the playoffs, baby. We had a fantastic, freaking-tastic Saturday after our live stream. Built out a bunch of parlays. Went insane with some of them. Literally, I told you, I think we built 5 or 6 first touchdown parlays. These two-game days are like my specialty here. So whenever we get these 2-game slates, just tail whatever I put out because we've had good luck with it this year, good success. Praise the Lord. It's very exciting. Now, yes, as I said, we built out some first touchdown parlays at the end of yesterday's live stream, all right? And we kind of, like I said, we had like 6 different combinations, all, as you can see, tiny sprinkle bets, fractional unit bets here. However, hit one, you're winning 4, 5, 6 units as we did on the screen here, all right? For $2 risk. I think I risked total of like $15 across all of these. We cashed it out. Now, if you're a higher units player here and you're a true degenerate and your unit's $100 and you would put $10 on each, you'd be looking at $1,000. You'd be sitting on $1,400. So all that to say, huge success. Can we do it all the time? No, I can't do it all the time. Don't assume I'm going to do it all the time. So don't up your units today. Don't play, I know Hulk crushed it yesterday. I'm going to play, $10. I'm going to do a half unit on each one of these. Don't do that because they are fickle. They're a plus 7,100. I saw Josh had it at a plus 8,000 and stuff. Like people went crazy yesterday. And then the straight plays, 4 or 5. The only one I missed on was a half unit play I added at the end. And that was a kicker prop. And I should have just left it off because it was late in the day. Would have gone undefeated. Literally smashed the slate yesterday. The write-ups I did were on point. It just felt good. It was a good day. If NFL, I said this, and it was kind of joking, but it's kind of true. If NFL was year-round, boy, would our Discord be the hottest Discord out there to be in, for sure. Legendarius, my friend. First touchdown parlays. Listen, they are fun. They are absolutely a blast to build out here. So, yeah, we hit that, like I said, and then a couple of the other things we built out on stream just missed. Yesterday, I felt like the king of missing by one leg. As you can see, we had a plus 2,000 that missed on the Will Dissly touchdown. It's the only thing that missed. We had a Nico 100 plus, Ladd 60 plus, CJ Stroud over, Justin Herbert over. That just missed. What else did we have? We had like 2 or 3 other ones. I mean, it literally would have been. I mean, guys, if you're wondering why people are tuning in for the live stream, these are why. Because these are all things we built out live yesterday. And, one thing goes differently, and we would have cashed out multiple plus 1,000 odds plays. This is a plus 2,200 here that we just missed on a Mark Andrews touchdown. When if you looked at Mark Andrews' game logs and the matchup and everything was like, this is a great play. So without further ado, though, that's all right. I'll own the wins and the losses. But we had a great day. It was an absolute great day, a smash day. NFL is my sport. Everybody's commented on that, and they know that. And I dabble in a lot of things, but NFL is my bread and butter. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we got 70 people watching across the platform. So do me a favor. Andrew, check this out, bud. Andrew says, loving the app. Andrew's going to be one of the best affiliates. He's a great guy. We've talked app strategy and stuff, marketing strategy. He told me I was crazy while we had a live call the other day. Great dude. Check him out if you don't already. The DGen Dad stream is going to be diving deep into the PropsBot.AI props. But look at this, guys. So look at brand new, couple of features here. We're still testing it. So I found a couple of little minor bugs. That's why we test things. But a couple of new things. We've got sports books now. Sort by your sports books, EA Jack. Listen, I'm losing my hair, I think. So I don't know how much longer I'll look like him, but I'll take it for now. Look at this. You could sort by sportsbook. Now, what this is going to do, I won't get into the features too much right now. I'll wait till we're officially launched. But if you're a person that can only bet on Fliff, let's say, you click this, and every play, now, it's as you can see, it's still showing FanDuel. That's supposed to be there. Bet MGM. Those are still the best odds. We want to give people the best sportsbook in the quickest, simplest way. However, every play that will now show is a play that you can also find on Fliff. So if you scroll here, there it is. It's on Fliff. Every play that will now show up because we selected Fliff is a play you can bet on Fliff. It will not show you something that you cannot bet on as a Fliff better. And you can do multiple. You can click a bunch of them. Okay? Now, the only thing is, I don't know if it's worth having like a clear all thing or whatever in there. I imagine most people are going to select 1 or 2 books They're going to say, give me the lines that I want to be able to bet on Prizepicks or underdog, because that's all I got. There you go. So now that's one thing. That's the first thing. Sort by sportsbook, okay? That's one. So that's how I see people kind of using that, all right? That's one. The other thing that we're adding is, that was just grammatical thing. Sorting, new sorting features. Now, I think it's good in NFL, definitely helpful in NFL. It is even better if you're looking at it for NBA, okay? So this is really valuable in NBA. So you want to see something with the highest hit rate over the last 10 games, bam. One tap, sorted highest to lowest for you. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and clear out these. I want straight bets only. So let's see. Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, you know what? That's interesting right there, because that's a filtering thing right there. So Josh Jacobs shouldn't show there, but everything else here, any of these other ones that are within this plus range or whatever, should show indeed. So like this one, look at the hit rate, 80% hit rate. Let's say we want to look at, I want to see passing yardage, and I want to see the things that have hit the last 10 sorted. Okay, so they're just not. So let's flip it and let's do sorted by last 10 now. There you go. Highest hit rates. I need something with like a bigger, let's do rushing yards. There we go. The under. Jordan Love's under has hit in 8 out of the last 10 games here. As you can see, there you go. All right, so one other thing, you'll notice there's some new things on this screen. Now, I did notice the head-to-head needs some tweaking because there's a couple of players head-to-head that weren't showing. But look you want to see just the current season? You want to see head-to-head? Now, I know they played each other. That's one of the ones I got to look at. But you can take a look, and it's going to be great for NBA. Like if you've got a guy like LeBron that really does well against the Sacramento Kings, now you can sort by head-to-head and say, hey, how does this guy do against them? So there you go. You've got Jalen Hurts in his one game this season against the Green Bay Packers. That's what he had. He had 33 rushing yards. So head-to-head, you'll have that's all the data we have. Current season, last 10. And then one more, home and away. Home and away. All right, that's it, though. That's enough of the just straight app plug. Let's use it to its fullest potential here. And wait a minute. So I sorted that. The straight bet thing obviously is having a little bit of an issue here for anytime touchdown for AJ. That's all right. That's why this is the test one. Let's go back into anytime touchdowns. It's like it all just dropped right on stream because those were shown a minute ago. Actually, they might even be working on it. That's okay. We're going to use it, and we're going to use the app too, this is the regular version right now because this is in test flight. This hasn't updated to the desktop. So we'll use the desktop for now if we need to. Now, what do we got here? Slammer says, what do you play for the underdog streaks? Slammer, I don't know if I have anything queued up right now. Let me take a look and see if I can find something for you, though. I do got a couple of straight plays we can look at, so we can dive into that right now. First play I want to look at is Saquon Barkley here. So let's pull up Saquon. As you can see, 103, 99.5 on ESPN Bet. I think that this is an interesting spot. Now, as you can see, so I can't look at the historical on here, but let's see if I can look at it on here. Let's see if this is working right now. Saquon, I don't care what that says. I want to look at rushing yards. Nope, that's reception yards. Rush yards. Perfect. Okay, so that's working fine. So let's take a look at the head-to-head. And why is that saying 0%? Okay, that's a good one to look at. Okay, so as I said, guys, this is on test flight, so obviously everybody can't download this yet, and this is why I'm testing it now and not everybody else. But I'm excited about these new features. So we've got ESPN Bet best odds right now at 99.5 rushing yards. Are we still on under? Yeah, we're still on unders. There we go. Okay. And 99.5. There's the hit rates we're looking at. There we go. There. Oh, that's why we were still on unders. Oh, that was my mistake. Okay. So I'm going to add that to the second page, I think, soon. But for now, anyways, by the way, so we were on unders there. So this is displaying correctly. Head-to-head, 100% hit rate. He had 109 yards against Green Bay when they played first game of the year this season. Current season hit rates, he's got a 68.75% hit rate, averaging 125 rushing yards per game. Truly, I think you see kind of a similar to Derrick Henry play yesterday. They're going to lean on their new toy. They're going to lean on this new guy. They're going to lean on the running game here. And I think Saquon over 99.5 yards on ESPN Bet is a great play today. for all of those reasons. Once you get to playoffs, guys, like I talked about yesterday, it's not so much about the data. It is, but like I don't as much care about DVP and all that when we get to playoffs. I more care about like how do we think the game goes, and we nailed the games. Yes, well, we nailed the player props yesterday, but I'll be honest and say I thought the Chargers were going to win, and they did not come to play. Herbert just looked bad, overthrowing receivers, and just did not play well. And I think you have to really start to talk about the narrative. Like can Herbert play in the playoffs? Can he win the big games? Unfortunately, he didn't do anything to shake that narrative yesterday. We've got 163 people watching across the two platforms, guys. Please do me a favor, smash the like button. Let me know, assuming the features are working when they get to you, because they all will be, but this was my mistake. But that's something we're going to look at and add in and make this a little easier. I got to add a over under button for this page as well. But just let me know what you guys think. If you want to see his splits, let's say we want to see how does Saquon Barkley do in home games, because today's a home game for them. Look at that. Now you could see just home games here. Now, is that 5 out of 10? Yeah, that's right. I think that's all right. Current season. There's his home game split over the current season. Let's see what it looks like in away games. Yeah, really 75%. What was it? 62%. So no real home and away splits. Again, some of these features are more applicable to certain sports, like NBA is a big home and away split kind of thing. I'm sure there's some guys in the NFL with big home and away splits, but Saquon's obviously a guy that home and away doesn't matter. Just because there's not a discernible difference between the two here doesn't mean that there won't be for other players. So I think you guys have seen enough here. I think Saquon over 99.5. This is the value of the prop spot, is just being able to find those lines. If you just opened up Prizepicks and played it at 105.5, is it fine? Maybe, but you're not getting yourself the best odds, the best value. So that's where that comes into play, ladies and gentlemen. And that's Saquon. So that's the first play I want to look at. Now let's start looking at some parlays here and building these things out. So this game was a 9.5 point spread, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Bills and the Broncos. Now, do I think the Bills win? I do think they win. I think if they were to lose this game, the Bills go full nuclear mode and they fire McDermott. They just start letting people go and they have to really make some tough decisions. So I don't see that happening. I think the Bills should win this game. So let's just build out a couple of quick SGPs, one per game, something like that. And then we'll do like an anytime touchdown lay too. Is Mims on there? I don't think so, Andrew, but it's on their radar. They know they have to add him. Not mom's, nobody's mom. I don't think they added it yet. No, he's not on there yet, but Mims will be on there. There's like certain players that come through the API with like weird name things, like AJ Brown. Some sites have him as AJ Brown. Other sites have him as A.J. Brown. Stuff like that. If anybody works in data, you guys know it just throws it all for a loop. So that guys like that, guys with the junior, Marvin Mims Jr., some sites have him as Mims, some sites have him as Mims Jr. So that's always a thing. Let's take a look. Actually, a rookie might have some interesting home and away splits here. Let's look at the current season, his home games versus the road games. He's been better lately, but look at that struggle to start the year here for Bo Nix's over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Definitely struggled in these beginning games here, and then he's turned it on as of late. So if you look at the all, that means his last 5 or 10 have looked pretty good. Yeah, they do. So I think for a SGP in a game that we think he's going to be trailing, the spread's gotten a little bit closer. Look at that. You're getting plus odds there. Plus 122 on FanDuel. Look at that. What does our app say? Somebody read that? I don't have my glasses on. Oh, 122. Beautiful. Love it when things work well on the stream, because I can highlight that. So the projections are obviously a little bit off for this one. Again, as you can see, like I've talked about this before, the projections are third-party projections, all right? They're not my projections. They're not something I've come up with. The confidence score, I'll own up to that. That's on me. The confidence score is on me if that's bad. So we'll always be tweaking that. The projections are from a third party. We might even look to partner with a new company if we are not happy with it. But if you've ever used projections before, let me say this. That should be one at least. But if you've ever used projections before, projections can be very far off, even for the best and quote unquote most accurate sites. So take projections with a grain of salt, ladies and gentlemen. Even the best companies and apps out there will have some projections that are really far off the mark sometimes. So, I mean, Bo Nix, one and over 1.5. I probably wouldn't put it into a parlay because you're getting plus odds already, but that's an interesting line in and of itself. So let's look at Josh Allen. Actually, you know what? I want to see when Josh Allen gets to the playoffs. I always have a little interest in Allen's rushing ability when we get to the playoffs because in games when he has to win, Josh Allen just loves to use his legs, just like Lamar. Give me the rush attempts. Oh, look at that. Current season, there's his hit rate right there. Pull it right up. See, now this one, projection 6, spot on. I would not argue with that at all. 6 is totally within the realm of possibility. Now, you've got DraftKings at 8.5, minus 130 to the under here. If we think, so there's one or two ways to look at this. How many times has he landed on 8? He's middled 8 a couple of times, as you can see. Look at that. There's his 8 rushing attempts. He had 8 there, 7 there. So he's been right on this line a couple of times. What about Allen's home and away rushing splits? I think that's a thing, right? Let's look at current season for home. Those are his home splits and away. On the road, he runs a lot more, right? Yeah, he runs a little bit more on the road. What is that? Current season. Now, do those change? Yeah. Home rushing attempts, hit rates. Home, sorry about that. We got some noise in the back. Home and hold on. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Life calls. We've got some noise in the background. All good. All good things, though. All good problems to have. All right. So rushing attempts, like I was talking about. Look at his home splits. Allen's rushing attempts to the under. I mean, look at that. 2 out of 8 he's gone over. He averages 5.75 at home. Look at his away splits. Averages 6.22. So literally, like, let's assume it's one more rush per game on the road and a much better hit rate. 4 out of 9. So a 44% hit rate. So there's some interesting stats there. Let's look at his rushing yardage, actually, though. Where is his rush yards? Oh, why is that so janky? All right, so his away splits. Let's just look at his last 10 away games. Why is it? Whatever, that's fine. Current season away, 44% hit rate. He's hit on 4 out of 9 games. And let's look at the home. Ooh, only 26. Definitely better runner. Definitely runs more often as well when he is on the road. So that's something that I probably would look at and say, you know what, I'm not going to touch it because the Bills are home here. So let's just look at Josh Allen's passing yardage. Let's do 200 plus. Bo Nix, I think his regular line for his passing yardage is probably fine because I'd probably look at his 225. So just play that. Let's go to the receiving now. Who gets the lockdown Patrick Surtain treatment? Anybody? I don't think anybody does, but I know the Bills like to do this thing where they'll run 3 wide receivers on the left side or on one of the sides, and then they'll throw out a guy like usually Shakir out by himself on the other side, or maybe Cooper this time. Whoever's out there, if Patrick Surtain's on them, you might as well just shut them down. You might as well just forget about that person being on the field because they're not getting the ball and they're not doing anything. So I think the Bills defense actually matches up pretty well against the Broncos defense matches up pretty well against the Bills offense here. Ultimately, though, I think the Bills are just too much better than the Broncos to win this game. But I'm going to look at Mims. I know a lot of people got the Mims love, so I'm going to throw the Mims love out here too. But let me do a quick thing here because there's been a lot of questions, a couple of questions being asked in here in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, drop your questions in here because it makes the stream better and more interactive. 226 people watching across the 2 platforms. So drop your questions. I want to answer them. Do you like the over rushing yards or the rushing attempts better? I think the over 20.5 is the way, especially since they probably don't want Hurts running too much coming back from concussions. I should have answered that before, but you know what? The app is so easy. I'll just go over here real quick and take a look. The Hurts rush attempts or the rushing yards. Yeah, I don't think he rushes a lot, but I can see him being efficient in his rushes. 20.5. Who was that for? Was that? Oh, Saquon. I was going to say, that doesn't make sense. That's my bad. Saquon's rush attempts. 20.5 is up there. Now let's look at home and away splits because we got it, right? Home games, which is what this is, 62% hit rate. On the road, a little slightly less of a hit rate. Probably not anything that I would really look at. 24 rushing attempts on opening week in a close game, which is what this should be. Yeah, I think I like the attempts. I don't mind. Honestly, I think usually when you parlay them together, you'll get taxed. I think they're both good plays. Honestly, I was looking at how many rushing attempts did Henry finish with yesterday, by the way? I was looking at Henry's rushing attempts and the yardage yesterday as both being good plays at the 20.5 as well. What was I looking at? So let me see here. So let's see. Not last touchdown. I just want to look at anytime touchdown. Yeah, that's it. Okay, anytime touchdown for Alex, I see it mentioned, is definitely getting thrown in here somewhere. This feels like a Dalton Kincaid spot a little bit because I'm going to stay slightly away from the receivers, I think, and not entirely away because Khalil Shakir could catch one ball and take it down the field. Also have a homecoming for, oh no, not for Amari Cooper. Never mind. Yeah, I think I'm going to stay away from a ton of receivers. And because Bo Nix likes to spread it around, you could definitely look at Sutton, 64.5. Let's pull up Sutton over here real quick. Although I really actually want to use the app more today because anytime touchdown, we don't really need to look at that. Like I said, Allen's anytime touchdown is a play because we think he's going to do it. Not so much, it's not really a data play. I want to look at Cortland Sutton here. There we go. Let's take a look at his receptions. 5.5. All right, what about on the road? Okay, 60% hit rate there. And at home, same. No splits, no home and away splits. There's his current season data. And let's look at receiving yards. Had a big week last week. Yeah, I think I just lean Mims. Just go, can I do any alts? Well, we can look at an alt line here for Cortland Sutton. 40 or 50 plus, I think are both good. I think maybe a 40 plus and Mims 40 plus are probably the play. Something like that, although you're not really getting much value here. We really need to throw in a touchdown or two to boost this sucker up to the level where we cash. These are too small. We don't cash these small ones. We don't cash the small ones out. Do we like a Mims touchdown? Man, I like that's not bad odds for the first touchdown for Mims. Javonte Williams touchdown is that low. Oof. I gotta be honest and say that's not a bad play. I could see some love for Sutton there too. But let's take a look at Javonte Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, the app that we're using is PropsBot.AI, if you can't tell from all of the branding I've got on here. Anytime touchdown. Oof. Well, now I see the reason. Now you see the reason why he's so low. Jaleel McLaughlin. Has Jaleel just taken this over entirely? Nope. That was my mistake. I should have added another one. Let's see what we got. Anytime touchdown. Oof. And the running backs don't score touchdowns? What about Bo Nix? What about Bo Nix just taking off and running one in? The quarterback anytime touchdown lay? Yeah, I like Mims though, Andrew. I think Mims is a good play today, especially with the lines he's got. Yeah, I think Allen rushing touchdown. Can we play rushing touchdown on FanDuel? I don't know if we can do rushing touchdown on FanDuel or if you've got to do that on like Flip or something. I don't think we can get it on here. Yeah. You can't do specific rushing touchdown, but that's fine. Just take the Josh Allen anytime touchdown. It's not terrible. Claim all your no sweats. This is, touchdowns are fickle. So it's tough. There we go. That's a little bit better. Hopefully it's still something you guys can see right now. Josh Allen, 200 plus. Bo Nix, over 223.5. Cortland Sutton and Mims, 40 plus. Maybe we need to throw in a receiver here for the Bills. Does Amari Cooper, look at that line for Amari Cooper. That's silly. Isn't that silly? It's just like I would have thought Amari Cooper would have been a guy that's averaging at least like 50 yards a game. Sure. Take all my data. What do we got for this Bills game? Chance of snow, no wind, cold. It's fine. I mean, Allen's rushing is always in play. I know we saw the splits, but man, I tell you what, I don't know. Allen's rushing. James Cook. Do they try to just rush James Cook out there? How about James Cook rushing and receiving? You're not really getting much, but 60 plus, that's a plus 882. We've got the touchdown in there. This game isn't a game that I would try to force the touchdown bets in there. I just wouldn't. I just don't, guys, I want to try to win these things. I'm not going to always just force people in there because you want it. But if you really want me to, I'm happy to do it. But just know that I don't have the strong touchdown takes like I had in some of these other games and some of the games yesterday. So I think that's fine. I think that's an interesting one. Andrew, yeah, I'm interested in Kincaid. I think he's got the best. I think he's got the best matchup this week. In this game. I think he's got the best matchup for the Bills in this game, the biggest advantage personally. Anybody getting that Shakir treatment, that secondary has been good for the Broncos. And yeah, I just don't have a strong take on it. I'm just going to be honest, guys. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that I do. I don't have all the answers all the time. And this one just doesn't scream. I mean, I think you could throw the Bills in there. So like, if you're going to throw something in there, you want to boost this sucker right up. Give me the Bills. But I'd rather have it like -2.5. I'm not feeling huge love for the Bills this week like some of these other. I mean, this line's already moved a little bit. I think they're going to win. Let me say that. I do think the Bills win. Playing in Buffalo at home for a rookie or on the road for a rookie quarterback is going to be a tough spot. So there you go. That's my parlay for this game. What do I want to do to place all these? I'm just going to place $3 on all of these because, like I said, I don't feel strong for this one. I didn't feel a strong take in this game. This is probably my least favorite game of the weekend now, to be honest. Probably my least favorite game of the weekend because I think it's the biggest disadvantage the team has. Let's move on. Let's move on quickly, too. Let's move on with some expediency. Obviously, you got Saquon Barkley. However, I think the play is Jalen this week. I know Jalen's coming back from the injury, but when we're just talking about a 1-yard touchdown, I don't think that really matters as much. 276 people watching across the platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not what I meant to do. Please do me a favor. Like the video, all right? I'm not going to look at YouTube and see how many likes we have. Just do me a favor. Just know whatever it is, we probably could use a few more. There's probably a couple of you sitting in there that did not like it. All it is a like. Just tap it. They don't give you a certain amount. You don't have to, budget it for the month. You don't have 10 likes for the month that you could give out. So you really got to be selective. They give you an infinite amount, an unlimited amount. All right? There's no cap. Drop a like. I appreciate you guys. And please keep the questions coming because I'm going to try to do better to get to them right now. Right freaking now. Nobody has the update yet. It's still in test flight, T. Yeah. Sorry if I didn't make that clear. Yes. And it's in test flight still because there are some, there's obviously some bugs popping up, and that's normal when this stuff happens. So there's some bugs popping up, some things I noticed that we just want to make sure we try to get as many of those things fixed as we can. Not last touchdown. As I said, those are always just going to be touchdowns. We try to get the bugs fixed before it rolls out on a large scale. So that's where it's at right now. Yeah, see, again, Josh Jacobs played him. He's another one. I think I screenshotted that. Just send it to the bug team. Just take a look at the bugs, a couple of bugs. No problem. This thing happens. Let's see if Josh Jacobs real quick has any home and away splits. Home, better splits on the road, right? Yep, slightly better away splits. Love it. Love that feature now. I love these new features that, when they're working perfectly, are going to be awesome. Jalen Hurts touchdown. A.J. Brown touchdown definitely in play for me this week in this matchup. And somebody's got to score on the Green Bay side. It's just a matter of, do we just take the simplest guy and go Josh Jacobs? Or does one of these other guys get it? Dobbs has been the guy. So if you really want to build it out and you think this is going to be a big touchdown game, I mean, something like that is not out of the realm of possibility, in my opinion. And I know it's scary to play all these guys and fade Saquon. I get it. So if you don't want to go that route, no problem. Disappears like my paychecks. Errol, I'm with you. Listen, I thought Cooper to the Bills, though, would be he's been good. And I think that maybe in the playoffs is where you really start to see him show up and be out there. I mean, he's a guy you got to pay attention to all the time. So if nothing else, I talked to Prop King. I was talking to him yesterday, another affiliate coming on board. And he said that he was talking about the Ohio State team and how their, his name escapes me right now, but their lead receiver barely did anything in the game the other day. But it's like great players influence the game even when they're not getting the ball. And Amari Cooper, I don't know if I can say he's a great player, but he's a good receiver. So I think he influences this team more than we see on paper sometimes. So he's a guy that you can't just leave open. He's obviously athletic, got great hands. So look at these lines, though, for this game. 212 and 217 passing yards. Those are low lines for a 45.5 point game in today's NFL. So if they're not getting there, then if we don't think that they're moving the ball as much up and down the field at a quick rate through the air, then you would do something more along these lines here. So you got to build out a narrative and see how you think it's going to go. But you could do something like this. Let's say Hurts, take the under for Hurts. Jordan Love's playing from behind. Take the over for Jordan Love. He's got to throw the ball more. I do think I do think that Jordan Love ends up having to throw the ball. Actually, matter of fact, what is Jordan Love's? I know I don't have the exact data I want for him. What am I looking for? Oh, I'm looking for Jordan Love. What am I doing here? What am I doing with my hands? Pass attempts. Under 31.5. Hasn't hit that line in quite a while. And then we've also got 30.5. What does it do if I bump it to 30.5? Let me move this up a little bit. Oops, that'll work though. 30.5, 31's all the same. Doesn't really change it much. Okay, I was just curious. So give me somebody like they're going to have to throw the ball. Who's going to be the guy? Is it going to be Reed? Is it going to be Dobbs? It's been Dobbs as of late, right? This team is so hard to predict. I remember this from Best Ball. Is just like picking who's going to be the guy this week is not easy. There's Dobbs. Let's just look at the last 10. I'm sorry. Last 10 games. And then Reed has just disappeared, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Because I think I had a Jaden Reed bet a couple of weeks ago, and the man just disappeared. Just disappeared. Receiving yards. I don't know, man. Do you trust any of these guys? Yes. Absolutely. I'm going to have to do one again. But Andrew, I can't hit them all the time. This is like the second or third one I've hit in like 3 weeks, but that's rare, man. That's rare. So I like the Jalen Hurts under, Jordan Love over, but I'm not going to pick his receivers because it's a crapshoot. Like I like somebody like Devonta Smith. It's a little bit easier to know where they're coming from. Let's see, total receptions. Ooh, 5.5 is pretty low for AJ. I think AJ Brown's were 6.5 for a while. Devonta Smith's over. Let's look at Smith over real quick. And then I'm going to try to build this one and move on so we can make sure we get to the touchdown stuff after. Not first touchdown. Nope, I didn't mean to click that. Receptions. So he's bet, man, that line was like, yeah, that line was pretty solid for a while. And then he's been under. But in the playoffs, I think Devonta Smith just has a little bit better. Yeah, look at that too. 4.5 just seems too low for Smith. Now, I wish it was better odds, but give me Smith over. And I mean, that's crazy right there. Do I take out Josh Jacobs? Woo, that adds a lot though. Man, maybe I keep Jacobs in. Look at that. There's our bonus bet right there. Woo! I think that's what I like. Oh, my fault, Chris. What a noob. What a noob move on my part, Chris. I'm sorry. I am sorry, my friend. There you go. You know what? Just for that, I appreciate your kind words, but yeah, you guys got to see the screen. So that is where I landed for this one. Using the PropsBot to kind of look at receptions and stuff and see Devonta Smith was like a cash cow on this line earlier. He averaged 5.23 receptions per game this season. I'm interested in just taking his 5+, so over 4.5 right there. So as you can see, we got a 53% hit rate on the season. Like I said, I'm not, usually I would use this a little bit more during the regular season, but I think once you get to the playoffs, it matters a little less. As you can see, FanDuel is one of the last books to still have it at 4.5 here. So I ate the juice a little bit. I'm okay with eating the juice a little bit more when you're talking about building out an SGP here. So that's where I landed. Give me the Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley double check touchdowns. I do think that there's some merit to what Andrew said about Jalen Hurts, about them not wanting to roll Jalen Hurts' legs out there too much. But when you get down to the 1 yard line and Saquon Barkley gets tackled inside the 2 yard line more than anybody in the NFL, give me Jalen Hurts to get that touchdown and Saquon to get another one. And then Josh Jacobs on the other side. I just think Josh Jacobs has looked too good over the last few weeks to to fade him in this spot. So that's my play for that game. But, you know, water it down, take out something you don't like, anything you don't feel good for. Let's go to this game here. I've been chatting a lot, so I apologize if I'm moving too slow for somebody. I'm going to leave my face off for a minute just so you guys can see it. Oh, my gosh. I don't know about the comparisons people are making to CMC and me. You know, I don't want to dive too much into that, but, you know, I don't hate him. Let's say that. All right. What screen do I want to be on? I'm just going to click around until I find it, if that's okay with everybody. Baker and Jaden. Andrew, what do I do, man? This is your these are your team. This is your team, right? Give me the Jaden lock of the week. Give me Jaden's lock of the week. You know who I'm not going to bet on is Terry McLaurin, and you can fade me. You could tell me I'm wrong, whatever you want. I don't think I'm touching Terry McLaurin, all right? We went one up and one down with him, so I'm grateful. I'm not saying I'm not grateful, but he's just been too fickle. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go to this game, and we're just gonna sort by last 5 game hit rate. And did I do it right? I don't even think I hit the right thing. No, I did difference. I can't click. My fingers are not working. There we go. There's your highest hit rate. Wait, is it doing? Oh yeah, it's doing last 5. 100% hit rate on Baker. Passing touchdowns. Look at that. There's his season. I mean, my goodness. Let's look. I'm just showing off now at this point. Does Baker have any home and away splits? Away, 62% hit rate. Home? Woo! 77. Baker likes being home. Mr. Baker likes being at home, which he is for this game. I mean, I think that's it, right? We throw that in there. Now it's juiced, okay? It's a little juicy, but as part of an SGP, let's go Baker. I mean, I really do like both these guys. Let's go. Wow, Bucky Irving's prop is 91. I don't have a problem with it per se, but I don't think he gets 91 actually. I'm going to take the under. I'm going to take the under. I'm going to take the over for Mikey. You know who's been really good though is Jalen McMillan. Let's look at, all right, I already know what I need for Baker. Let's look at McMillan here. Oh, Mimi. That's an iPhone thing, all right? That's not a PropsBot thing. Look at this. Look at that. Look what the man's been doing lately. Look what the man's been doing lately. What's up, Dad? Look what the man's been doing lately. What a BA picture he's got there. Show the man some respect with that picture. 49.5. Look at ESPN Bet giving us a little love here. 49.5 receiving yards. Guess what? If he had 49.5 here, that's the difference between cashing and not cashing, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at his home and away splits. Home games for current season and away. Definitely better at home. Give me some home splits. Let me show off what the app can do, ladies and gentlemen. The home splits are better. They're there. All right. They're a little bit there. Now, they matter less in the NFL. I'm messing with you guys a little bit. They matter. Home and away splits, I think, matter a little less in the NFL, except for a couple of places like Buffalo and stuff like that, and certain guys that really are better. Like we know Josh Allen likes to run on the road more than at home, stuff like that. There's some merit to that, but it's such a small sample size. I've talked about this in the Discord a couple of times. Give me Jalen McMillan, but I'm not going to play his regular line. Give me Jalen McMillan. Just give me the 50 plus. All right, that matters. Give me the 50 plus here because I'm not on ESPN Bet. I'm not touching some of these other jabrones here. What about Zacchaeus? Olamidis? Olamide? I got to actually hear his name pronounced. Zacchaeus is how I know him as when he's been killing it lately. Look at what he's been doing lately. The man has come on strong as Terry has faded. Got to show Zacchaeus some love here. 40 plus. That's not bad. So that's his regular line. That's fine. Just give me the 40 plus here for him. I actually don't want to touch too many Washington props here because I think I'm actually interested in him to run. Bucky, oh wait, hold on. Here it is. This is what I was waiting for. Jaden rushing. That's what I was going to say. I think Jaden, rookies in the playoffs are going to, rookie quarterbacks that can scramble and run in the playoffs are going to run. The only question is do I want to go 40 or 50 plus? Let's take a look at this here, Jaden. It's autocorrect all the time. Wow, look at his pass completions. Rushing yards. Go away. All right, all his rushing yards. I'm going to get the line. So if I'm looking at the line here, oh boy, on the road. Wow, does he run more at home? Definitely runs more at home. I don't think that really matters that much. Was just surprised to see it a little bit. ESPN bet, best odds, 49.5. So I'm just going to take, I think I'm going to do Daniels. I'm going to need a little juice in this one. So I'm going to go 50 plus. And Bucky T is the way to bet him. Yeah, his rushing yardage is high, man. It's high. Let's go Bucky anytime touchdown here. And then at the end, I want to build out this first touchdown one. You know, I kind of just maybe throw a Baker. I mean, Baker 200, 225 plus is kind of a lock. Unless Washington's just struggling. Doesn't give you a lot. The Baker passing touchdowns. Where was that? There you go. You know, I don't know if I like throwing them both in there together. I mean, how many touchdowns? This game could be high scoring, though. I think that's fine. But I actually would rather take that out then. Oh, man, you get taxed. All right. Well, then let's keep that in there and not need the 2+. I do actually think, though, the Bucky touchdown's a little bit frightening to me. I don't know why I'm saying that. I mean, I do know why I'm saying it, but actually kind of like that. How many times has Jaden Daniels run the ball into the end zone, though? Oof, only twice? No, let's stay away from that. Let's not get crazy here. Evans touchdown. Oof. You know what? I think I prefer this. Oh, you won't even give me? Oh, they will give us the correlation. Okay, I was going to say. There you go. Commanders have such a hard time keeping tabs out of the end zone. Errol. Sorry, Errol. I got you. I'm seeing what you're putting down here. Jaden is one of the best against the blitz. Longest pass line at 35.5. Errol, are we going back? Because that means Scary Terry probably. I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. Longest pass completion. Look at that, though. Why does it not have a longest one for Dallas? I'll have to look at that. Just didn't have any. I'll have to look at that. Oh, wait. Did he not play? He probably didn't play. Did he play against Dallas? I can't remember. He might have. Oh, he did play, but he didn't finish the game. Did he finish the game at 38 yards? Holy smokes. I wanted to wipe that game off the face of the earth. All right, I'll have to look at that one too, though. I'm glad I snipped it. I just don't think I'm going to add it to this, but I don't disagree with it necessarily. I just, I see the reason behind it. In a game, I think they're going to be throwing a lot. Yeah, I totally could get it, but I do not find myself playing it. Wow, look at his home and away splits on that, Errol. Oh, he played part of the game. Okay, maybe that's why. I don't know. That's probably, honestly, it's probably a data thing, not an app thing, to be honest, if I had to guess. But look at that. Look at his home and away splits, Errol. You see that? Look at Jaden's attempts. I think over 25 has a high hit percentage. Yeah, I think you're right. I clicked into that by accident. Look at that, especially at home. Now, he's on the road for this game, but still. That's interesting. Look at that. There you go. Let's see. Home splits, 55% away, less on the road. But I think they're behind in this game. He's going to have to be throwing here. Was his completions better? Wow, look at his completions, though. Efficient passer at 21.5. So for the season, he's got a 52% hit rate on the completions, and on the attempts, slightly less. So take it for what it's worth. I'm not saying that means a ton. Like I said, playoffs are a different beast, ladies and gentlemen. So, take the season data with a grain of salt. 338 people watching across the two platforms, okay? And I know that's somewhat views and stuff too, But do me a favor, just smash the like button. Let's look at this last game. Like I said, I'm a degenerate. I just enter everything because that's the easiest way for me to track it now too. And let's look at the Minnesota game. You know what I really should do? I really should just do my favorite plays because I haven't even done that really. I think that I think we actually get a Puka touchdown this week. I know Kyron's a great play. Obviously, I'm not going to argue with that. Jefferson and Addison is kind of a hard decision for me to make some weeks because Addison is definitely a good player. But give me that. Give me Matt Stafford. Sam Darnold's 264 just feels so bad, but I get it. Okay, I get it. Sam Carbon. That's a sweet last name. Oh, that's why nothing's going to show up because I'm in that. And we got to move to the right game. That is on Monday. Bing, bang, bing, bong. We're there. We're there. We are there. All right. That's his pass attempts. I wasn't looking at that. I was looking at his passing yardage. Yardage prop. Jeesh. I get it. All right. I get it. That's a pretty steady line. In the NFL, that is a steady line. What if they get the lead, though? Oops. I don't want to move that. I was going to scroll, but I got scrolled with my finger. What if they get the lead? Look at this. 274.5 on ESPN bet. That's a solid under right there. I mean, look at the variance in this line. 274.5, 267.5 on Caesars. This is what you should be using the app for. This is one of the many things to use this app for. Look at Flip, 270.5. This is what I would use the app for here. Now, the confidence score is a 0.56 on this play to the over, right? Let's see what it is to the under. 0.56 to the under. Passing yards, 0.62. I lean with the confidence score. I'm looking at the under. Now, I like it better when I get 275.5. The app's giving me 270.5 because that's the most common line right now. That's fine. But FanDuel's taxing you a little bit. I'm not going to play this. I've just seen enough to know I'm not going to touch this on FanDuel as part of anything. So I'm just going to leave that alone right now. But look at the passing touchdowns hit rate too. Another one like Baker. I'm going to go ahead and do Sam Darnold's passing touchdowns. I'm not going to touch his receiving line though. I think he probably ends around like the 240 range or something. When we get the playoffs, I think you got to lean on some of these guys. I think their straight lines are probably fine, to be honest, with Puka and Justin Jefferson. And playing Darnold's underpassing prop might actually give me a little bit of juice here. Look at this, what you're going to get. Holy smokes. This makes me want to just do something simple. Look at the correlation. We're going to get this negative correlated slip here. I mean, you really could. Okay, so we do need some touchdowns in there. I was just curious how much we're going to move the needle here. I mean, it's hard not to play the Kyron Williams touchdown here, right? It's very hard not to play it. But man, I kind of like that. I kind of like these touchdowns here. I mean, that's a plus 3,000, and you're not looking for too much here. You've already got one of his touchdowns checked off here. You've got him just going under 264, which again, it'd be better if it was 275 totally. And then just JJ going over here. JJ's the guy here in this game. The question is do they sell out to stop Jefferson? In which case you could do something like Addison over 58.5 here. And that's pretty simple. For a plus 2014, let's take a look at Addison real quick here. 4.5 receptions is his line. 3.5 on a couple of books there, but 4.5 across. Juice to the over. All right, so let's assume he's going to get 5 receptions then. Now, actually, Addison's a guy I'd be curious. Does he have home and away splits? Because they're on the road. Away. Ooh, much better home game splits. Maybe I stick with JJ. After seeing that, maybe I just stick with JJ, and maybe we even do JJ like 80 plus or something. What happens here if I just do 80 plus? Oh, I like that. I think I like that. And then do I just go with the full? I mean, Puka's a little risky. You know what? Oh, we don't get as good of odds though. Not as good as I thought we'd get. So you really need this touchdown. What about throwing him in there? Oh, mama. All right, guys. What do we think here? All right, what do we think? You can clearly see we can get this up to like a plus, plus 2,000, plus 3,000 almost. Who's scoring the touchdown if we had a pick? Do we go Kyron or do we go Puka? I get it. I get it. I get that Kyron's the safer play. But we're building out a lotto slip here. Sorry, Chris. I kept you on there the whole time. Somebody drop it in the chat and let me know who we're going with. 365 across the platforms. You guys are the best. I appreciate you guys so much. I cannot do this without you. Literally, it wouldn't even make sense. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for all your support, both on my stream and my channel. And you guys have been here forever and in the Discord and everything. Like I truly, truly mean that. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to do some merch stuff. Let's do that. Hope you guys like the new picture, the new hats and stuff. I've got some snapbacks I'm ordering and stuff. Let me know what you guys need. I started with the team chat. I'm definitely going to get some for them. But I want to be able to do giveaways on some merch stuff. And actually, people have told me they like the logo and stuff. And I'm happy to do even a custom one. It's very easy now for me to do it. So if you just want PropsBot across the front, if you just want the logo on the back and then the PropsBot name on the front, whatever, like I'm happy to do whatever you guys want. So let me know, reach out to me and, let me know what you guys are interested in and I'll buy some and I'll do some for giveaways and, I'll hook the Discord people up. I was looking at something here and I don't remember what I was looking at though. Oh, the touchdowns. I wanted to look at Puka's touchdowns, maybe. I don't know. I blacked out. I don't remember what I was going to look at. I don't remember what I was going to look at. Oh, Puka has not scored in a couple of weeks. Did he score last year? Shoot. I wish on the desktop I could add that. I might look at that. I probably can't because they're all connected, but this is just the reality of launching new softwares. I might want to see if we can do something about that. But anyways, let's go to StatMuse real quick. I just want to look up Puka Nacua game logs versus Minnesota. Who did? That's not what I thought. 10-24-24. He did not have a touchdown, but he did hit his prop. You know what? Maybe rather than touchdown, I just stick with this because touchdowns are so fickle. Give me Puka 100 plus. I like that. Merch. Andrew loves the merch. I love Andrew. Andrew's such a good dude. Just such a good. He's my hype man sometimes. I appreciate you. You and Jack. Jack telling me I look like Christian McCaffrey. Jack and Josh telling me I look like Christian McCaffrey, which is so like it's definitely gone to my head. I immediately left and told my wife, and I'm like, babe, did you realize that you married a Christian McCaffrey lookalike, or he married a David lookalike? And yeah, it's a nightmare it's a nightmare in our household now. Let's just say that it's a nightmare in our household now. The household is in shambles now with me having that information. So yeah, so you guys are great hype men. I appreciate you guys liking the logo and everything. Can we get targets and red zone targets added to the app for players? Yes, Andrew, but you got to do me a favor and ask for these things offline because I'm going to have to tell you the truth. And it's like, yes, we can, but give me a little bit of time. Whereas on like live stream, I'm like, we can do that. We can do that. Oh, we can do that. So I want to be like, the delivery guy. Yes, we can do all that. And yes, we can. Targets for sure. I don't know about red zone targets. I got to see if that's on the API, but targets, I think we could definitely add. I'm looking at minutes for NBA, all that stuff. So here's the play. All right. This is it. This is the play. This is what I'm going with. I'm going to do 5 for this one. I like this one. That's the play there. Let's do an anytime touchdown one. And then I'm going to let everybody go to their day because this game kicks off pretty soon here. Guys, smash the like button. 377 people watching across the platform. Do me a favor. Oh my gosh. I'm going to leave that right there for a minute. Andrew, you're a good dude, man. I'm so happy I went to that conference and met your buddy Bruni, and then got to be a part of the DGen Dad stream. I think it's Friday nights. I think you do it more than just Friday nights, but appreciative of you and to be a part of the DGen Dads team and stream as a fellow degenerate dad. I mean, who better, right? I'm right there. I could be the silent third partner in that because dad, check. Degenerate, oh yeah, check. Let's build out an anytime touchdown or first touchdown. Let's do them both. Let's do them all the things. All right, all the things. It's going to be hard for me not to play that. And I think if I had to pick another guy from this game, give me Mr. Sutton here with a slight lean edge over Marvin. I know, Andrew, you're big on Marvin Mims this week. Does he score a touchdown, though? Do you like him for a touchdown, or am I getting crazy and off the rails here? Actually, I don't know why I took that down. I'm going to leave that on here. And I know what I was doing. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. My mind suddenly snapped back into gear, which is something I've been very grateful of because it happens to me all the time. Like if my brain didn't do that, I would have completely forgotten where we were at. But, I think it's like a gifting. All of a sudden, like I'll be juggling a million things and then think of the thing I had to do right in the nick of time. So thankfully, my brain did what I needed it to do there. And those should be links, although they might not be links when I post them there. So let me just drop them one more time on the actual, in the actual channel, and then I'll get down to the anytime touchdown bet. But ladies and gentlemen, actually, you know what? You know what I don't do anymore? I don't play any of the things I worked on. All these things I worked hard on for. You guys want to see a good one? This is a throwback, all right? Andrew, you probably haven't even seen this. This is so stupid, all right? I'm going to preface it right now with how stupid this is. But it's stupidly good and hilarious, okay? I think I can do this one. I'm monetized, I guess, so I should probably unmonetize. Maybe I won't play this one because I got to see what I'm doing first. How about this? Ready?
Oh, hello. Do you follow people on Twitter, X, or TikTok that do sports betting? Are you happy with their performance? Do you find yourself wanting more variety from a player, or more specificity, or perhaps more transparency is what you seek? If you answered yes to any of these questions, including and/or but not limited to success, great plays, player props, money lines, NFL, NBA, all of the above, if those are what you seek, give us a call. Dial 1-888-BET-SMART. That's 1-888-367-9243. And remember, we bet smart and win more.
So corny, but listen, if nothing else, I'm going to have fun, all right? If nothing else, I'm having fun with this. Yeah, that number, call that number. It'll get you connected. It'll get you dialed up. All right, just the corniest things. I have another one that's pretty funny that I enjoy, at least. I don't know if anybody else finds it funny, but I think I can't use it because I'm monetized. So it's nothing crazy, but got to follow the rules here. If we're gonna build out a touchdown play, don't stray too far away from like the norm, which is Saquon and Jalen Hurts. Saquon, or I was looking at AJ Brown, so I just combined them to Aquan, which is a pretty cool name, by the way. I think I would just go Hurts, and these Green Bay touchdowns are I really hate them. I really hate them. But let's go Dobbs here, and let's go Hurts. All right, let's just do a little bit off the radar. If you want to go with the most likely ones of success, I hate to say it, but it's the guys that are being taxed as such. It's Jacobs, it's Saquon, it's probably Allen. Cook, honorable mention to Cook, but I gotta like the Josh Allen one in the playoffs here. And then if we're going to go, yeah, you'd probably go Bucky Irving, but give me, man, who am I taking on? You know what? I'm going to take Ertz, I think. I'm fine. Don't worry. And then, and let's finish this baby out, right? One from every team. If a team doesn't score a touchdown, this parlay smoked this weekend. Man, I think you just follow the narrative. Puka and JJ. I mean, and just throw it out there. Now, I think Aaron Jones is probably a great option here too. And you're getting yourself better odds here. Kyron's great for this. I mean, if you've gone crazy everywhere else, there's no harm in throwing Kyron in there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to throw Kyron in there. I really am. I'm going to go off brand at the end, and watch this. Watch us get to the end, and that decision cost me because I'm a fool. Because I'm a fool. You know what? No, I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be that person that went away from what I thought and then regretted it. At least I'm going to go down with the ship like a good captain would. I go down with the ship. All right. We're going to throw a hefty $3 sum on that. You know what? No, we're going to throw 5 whole American dollars on there so that I can actually be super psyched if this hits. All right. But there it is. That's the play. That's what I put together for the anytime touchdown slip. Now, if you want to do the first touchdowns, pick one from each game, and then you guys can take them and shift them around or whatever. The Bills march down the field. Do they give the ball to Allen or James Cook? Give me, oh man, they're so close. I thought we were going to get James Cook at like a minus 650 and Allen at like a minus 400 or something. It's a lot closer than I thought it would be. Man, I'm torn a little bit. I'm a little bit torn. I think Cook has been racking it up though lately, right? Let's go to Saturday, or let's go back to Sunday. Let me use the app here. What am I doing here? Click the app. I got dead fingers. Let's go to anytime touchdown, just because I want to see touchdowns. I don't care about, man, look at Josh Jacobs. I don't care about first touch. I don't have first touchdown specific metrics here. So I want to see just touchdowns, baby. Oh, look at your boy Josh here. Look what Josh has done here. Definitely running it in. I wanted to see Josh Allen's. Let's look over his last 10 here. 60% hit rate. And let's look at James Cook. I do think that James Cook could potentially get one. Yeah. Let's go James Cook. Man, I don't know. You know, everybody's going to go Josh Allen, right? I'm wrestling. I'm wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. I'm wrestling with it right now. That's your plug to download PropsBot, okay? Guys, we're getting a good little following on X, all right? I appreciate you guys over there on X, and I appreciate the questions coming in from there too. Just trying to think of what we think Denver does in this game. You know what? It comes down to if they get down to the 1 yard line, it's going to be 100% Allen. If they're inside the 5, it's going to be, I think it's James Cook. Give me Josh Allen. Let's just go Josh Allen. I'm really wrestling with that. Build out one with Josh Allen and build out one with James Cook. Tiny little sprinkle on each. Split it up. This game, I'm going to go Hurts. This makes it a little bit easier. Give me the odds here. For this game, I'm going to go. Somebody's going to ruin this for me. That's right. I'm going Jaden Daniels. No, I'm not going Jaden Daniels. Am I going Jaden Daniels? No, give me Mike Evans first touchdown. Give me Mike Evans first. Give me Mike Evans first touchdown. And for the final one, we usually hit on this JJ first touchdown. Go JJ first. There it is. That is my official slip here. I'm going to be rich. Look at that. It doesn't even make me rich if I win this. Oh, I'd be pretty happy, though. We're not complaining. Let's go with a hefty $2.50 on this one. The plus 200,000 for the win here. I'm just going to leave it up right now. I mean, what you could do here, truly what I've done to build this out sometime is just go anytime touchdown. And let's go confidence score highest to lowest. Am I doing this right? I think I hit all the right things now. Why are we loading? And just pick the top ones. So if you want to do, so that's mine. That's me influencing it. And if you want to go with one from every game, okay. Oh, look at that. Josh Allen and James Cook so tight. It's so close. Go Josh Allen. Go Saquon. Go right down in order. Go Bucky. and go Monday night. Let's go to the Monday game. And it's this simple sometimes, guys. It literally is this simple. And it's loading a little bit slow. All right, so he edges out Justin Jefferson. So if you trust straight AI, no input from me, it's a plus 90,000. That is the PropsBot slip right there. I threw it in. I'll keep him on the thing here, keep it on the screen for a second, and there it is. But guys, look at these features, though. I'm super psyched. As you can tell, we've been out a week, and we've already got new features already created. Just have to test them out and flush out a couple of things here. And yeah, so I'm super psyched, and I've got a bigger thing going. The next scope will be pretty big, and I'm hoping I can start on that within the next week or two, and then that'll be working on in the background. But yeah, sort by last 5, sort by last 10. We've got NFL, we've got NBA, all the things. Sorting by last 5 and last 10 in NBA is a cheat code, basically. Look at this. I mean, look at some of these plays you can get here. Just sort by straight plays only, and yeah, go crazy here. I mean, look at these plays. Here's some NBA plays. Guys, it can be that simple for NBA. Look at the value you're getting on Zach LaVine, over 31.5. I might snip that sucker and take a look into that a little bit more on DraftKings. Already bumping on the other books. You guys are welcome. There's a free NBA play. Man of the people. I appreciate you guys. I've been live for over an hour. I'm going to hop off. Enjoy. I get going too fast. Talking too fast here. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I cannot say it enough, and I cannot mean it more than I possibly do right now. Appreciate you guys tuning in, watching. Andrew, who do we have? We had Andrew. Was Josh in here today? I saw Errol. Errol asked a ton of good questions. New York Jets, Chris, you're feeling the pain just like me and my Colts fandom. Papa Carl's, everybody's. We got EA Jack in here. We've got T. We've got all the people in here. I appreciate you guys. I cannot tell you enough. Legendarius, right off the bat, kicking us off. Thank you guys for your questions and interactions. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you guys. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy the time with your family, and I will see you guys on the next stream. Download PropsBot.AI in all of the app stores. Hop into the Discord, chat it up, and I'll catch you guys on the next stream.